Hello and welcome to the Party Center Speaks podcast. This is the podcast for family entertainment centers and event venue owners, operators, managers, and staffers looking to grow their business. Want to learn more about increasing booking parties, improving facility operations, and more? Well, this podcast is just for you. My name is Araceli Balcazar, and I'm the marketing, sales, and social media assistant here at Party Center Software. In this episode, we're going to interview Rebecca, who's also part of our team here at Party Center Software. So let's get started. So Rebecca, tell me about yourself, who you are here at Party Center Software.
Awesome. Thank you, Araceli. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Of course, my pleasure.
So my name is Rebecca Toomey, for those that don't know how to pronounce Toomey. I'm the Director of Sales, Marketing, and Customer Success here at PCS. I have the pleasure of working with 3 wonderful teams, and my goal is to enable the success of both my internal team as well as our customers.
Alrighty, and how did you get into the FEC industry? Tell us a little bit about that. I feel like you've been here for quite some time, so you have experience, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah, I've been here at PCS for a number of years now, but I've really always been a fan of the family entertainment center industry and family entertainment centers. As a kid, I used to bowl a lot. And fun fact, my husband and I actually did a bowling league when we were dating. That was a lot of fun. Tuesday night bowling league. So that was a good time. And actually, one of our first dates was actually at a trampoline park. And I have to be honest with you, we were sore for almost a week, both of us. When you are jumping as an adult that hasn't jumped in a long time, our bodies aren't meant to go that way.
That's so cute. You guys are basically an FEC couple.
Yeah, exactly. And so we have a lot of fun. My husband still loves trampoline parks. He still jumps. We actually took our daughter to a trampoline park on her birthday a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. And I also have always loved go-karting. I used to race motorcycles, sport bikes specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And so anything with some speed is fun for me. So I would go-kart racing with my motorcycle friends. And then when my husband and I met, we would do the same. And we actually became members of a local go-karting FEC the year we got married. I got to admit, though, my husband's really good. He would beat me even with I had this blocking tactic that I would try to use to win. But he's better than me at go-karting.
That's a nice story.
What's that?
That's a nice story. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. So when I was introduced to PCS, I knew immediately that it was an industry I could help with passion because I have a lot of passion for the industry. And I really see the vision of FEC owners and feel that I'm really able to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. So what would your parents describe what you do? Do they know? An idea?
Well, I think they'd both probably say I work in sales and marketing for a software company. They probably keep it simple, but the truth is that both my parents fully understand what it is that I do. My dad is actually a huge mentor of mine in my life and has been my business coach for over a decade. So he's walked with me through a lot of this. And he's actually even trained our internal sales team here at PCS. So he's very in tune with Party Center Software and what we do and what I do. And then my mom owns a print and promotional company, and she actually does a lot of the swag for PCS. She did most of the swag for IAPA, and she also attended IAPA in 2021. So she's got a good
Yeah, that's definitely great keeping it in the family. You know, family always like that helping hand. So coming into the new year, what is the biggest challenge you're facing right now in your role or any projects that you're doing right now?
That is a really great question. It depends on the day, right?
Yeah, honestly, yes.
No, but for me personally, it's really balancing my own responsibilities and making sure that I'm focused on what is the most important and not getting bogged down by the little things. It's all about setting goals, tackling that goal, and then moving on to the next goal. Last year, we launched our web design services, which I was and am extremely excited about as a web designer myself.
Mm-hmm.
So making sure that folks know we offer this service is important. And then at the end of 2022, as you know, we launched the PCS automations tool,
Correct.
which is a tool to automate email marketing, social media marketing, video and graphic creation, and things of that nature. And this platform really pairs with our online booking software to make it easier for our customers to remarket to their customers. And of course, it has some pre-coded triggered emails that make it simple to snag future birthday parties, collect feedback surveys, and things like that. So right now, I'm very focused on this area, alignment, and just making sure that everybody knows that these products exist.
For sure. I definitely think in a couple of months, once like our customers find out that we offer these services and everything, they're going to jump right at them. And I feel like as if once we release more resources, they're going to know what's going on. So definitely for sure. And
Yeah.
talking about websites, what do you think is the benefit of having a good website? Because I know in this industry, there's many websites. So what is the benefit of having a good one?
Well, that's an easy one. A good website is going to get you more business. It's going to get you, if you're an FEC, more party bookings and more foot traffic. I am a mom myself, and I just booked my son's first birthday party. I had 4 options to choose from, 2 of which are facilities that I have been to. And I used research to try to help me make this decision because, having been to the 2 facilities, I hadn't necessarily been in their party rooms and I couldn't necessarily envision how the flow worked. I didn't know if you get the whole space for the birthday party or if you don't. So I had to use their websites to find out more information and, go through this process. And I learned a lot through this process. One of the facilities I was considering didn't have a website.
Oh, wow.
They only had a Facebook page. And it was really just pictures that customers that are coming in were posting. They had a couple of photos, but honestly, that made me nervous. And it didn't make me feel confident in booking at that location. I felt like I needed to go there
Yeah,
in
right.
order to have booked there. The 2 that I have been to before, their website, the first website didn't make it clear whether or not you get the whole facility or if other kids will be playing during this one. It's a small play center. So that to me made it tough. They didn't have online booking. Their parties weren't too clear, so I would have had to make a phone call.
For sure.
The other place is a children's museum type of facility. And it was very clear that you do not get the whole place. So that made me nervous because I'm like, oh, there could be 1 million kids there on a Saturday. And we're having a birthday party if there's no limitation. So interestingly, the place that I decided on, I have never been to their facility.
Oh, wow.
Never been there because they're not open to the public. They're only open for parties. But they do everything for you. It has a little play area, but a beautiful table and kind of backgrounds, and they walk you through the experience. Now, they did not have online booking, but they did allow you to pay for the deposit online. So it did require, I had to make a phone call, left a message, get a call back, and that type of thing. And of course, so as a mom, I just saw this as they had a pretty good workflow, pretty good descriptions of things. If they could tighten up the final pieces of this, I think they would get a lot of bookings, a lot more than it sounds like they already have a lot of bookings, but they would get even more than they already had.
You
So
definitely get that first impression from a website, like seconds as soon as you go into the website. And if you don't see a clear call to action or a button of book now, like it's pretty much hard for other families to book parties as well. So thank you for sharing that. It's definitely some insight, some mom insight. So,
exactly. That's one of the things that I always recommend to family entertainment centers. When you're thinking about a website and you're thinking about the process, don't necessarily think about yourself and what you think about it. Think about your customer. Walk through it as if you were your ideal customer. So if your ideal customer is moms that are going to put their kids in the van and drive to your facility, what do they want to see? What do they want the workflow to look like? What are they going to need to know before they come to your facility?
To put yourself in someone else's shoes to really know what they're looking for. And speaking
Exactly.
of small businesses, I know that we're now offering, like you said, marketing automations. What do you think is the importance of streamlining marketing efforts with email automation? Even though, let's say, you could see, oh, a big business would want that. What are the benefits of a smaller business having that?
Well, email is everything. You know, we aren't going to know what's going on with a business without email. You can put all of the posts that you want out on social media, but if you aren't also utilizing email marketing, you're really missing out on opportunity. I think a lot of people are thinking that email is dead because everybody
Mhm.
gets a million emails, but it's not. I still receive 1,000 bajillion a million emails,
I like those
but I open
personal
those
emails.
emails
Yep.
if it's somebody that I want to hear from or somebody I'm interested in, or as a mom, if it's a family entertainment center that's offering a coupon or
Mhm.
asking, could you imagine if this place sent me an email saying, I see your son's birthday is coming up in a couple of months. Do you want to book this?
Yeah, it's definitely that personal touch that's like, "Oh, they remembered, like, I wanna book there." For sure, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, it all goes together.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's go into our social media automations tool. What do you think you can automate on social media and what can you not? Because I know with businesses right now, they're very focused on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. I know we can schedule posts, but what do you think
Mhm.
are the things that we can't automate and the things that you can?
Sure. So you and I both know that pre-creating social media posts is the wisest way to get business done. You know,
For sure.
going in and batch creating a bunch of social posts that are going to lead back to your facility. You always want to have some sort of call to action in this industry. Some things can be just for fun if you want to announce staff members' birthdays or celebrate a milestone. But you've got holidays coming up, have some specials that you're going to be posting. You book birthday parties, make sure that every couple of days you have a post that's coming out on social media about those upcoming, book your birthday party type of post. Those types of posts, pre-schedule them. A best practice we use here at Party Center Software is we're actually pre-booking our social media posts on Facebook and Instagram
Yep.
a month in advance. You know, at the beginning of the month, we're loading them up for the months to come because you can repeat a lot of the same posts. Again, you're not recreating the wheel every single time. You want to create a template that you can clone and duplicate, and you're going to change some things. But called a feed for a reason, right? Because it feeds you content
Yeah, you definitely
and
can
that feed
duplicate
gets pushed
those.
down. So
Yeah.
if you post something like book your birthday party, a week from now, that post is pushed down from all your other posts. So you can recreate some of that. So that's the kind of stuff you want to automate. Things that you can't really automate would, to me, fall more under the trends that we're experiencing right now with Reels, TikToks,
For
Facebook,
sure.
and Instagram Reels. They both call them Reels. These types of videos, you can pre-make some of these videos and schedule them now somewhat, but they are more of a real-time type of piece of content because of the way that the trending audio is working. You know, you have to do that kind of stuff in more of a real time, because let's say you picked a trending audio and you saved it and now it's 3 months later
Yeah.
and you're using that trending
Not ready
audio,
to
it's
work.
not a trend anymore.
Yeah, for sure. And I also agree with just, as simple as commenting on someone's profile or reposting their content. You can't really
Oh
do
yeah,
social media automation tools.
absolutely.
And I think that personal touch is still needed if that tool is
Hmm.
going to be used for sure.
You
So,
know, let me tack on to that,
yeah.
Araceli, really quick. When I went to that trampoline park, they
Mhm.
had this big thing in the middle that said, tag us and use this hashtag on social media. And that's the kind of thing, if your customers come into your facility and they tag you in photos, you want to grab that as soon as
For
as
sure.
soon as you see it and reshare it. Obviously, you can't automate that. A person needs to see that happening, but resharing that content, they're signing on their waiver when they come into your facility
Mhm.
that it's okay to, take those photos and things like that. So have your staff save those photos so that they can use them to show people having a great time at your facility too.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And speaking about all these tools, what was necessarily your process of learning how to use this tool? Could you tell me a little bit about that, about your journey using this?
Well, super easy. I mean, when you work in marketing, most tools, when you
Yeah.
start to work in a new one, the next one is not too complicated. That's the great thing about the PCS automations tool is it's easy to use and figure out. It's very simple. It almost sometimes could be seen as too simple because it's that easy to use, that it's like add a photo. Okay, you can upload your own, or you could use one from the library. Everything is very intuitive. So I would say that my journey to this was a pretty simple one. And one of the cool things about the automations tools, I know our awesome team here, you and Laura, put together some great training videos too for anybody that might need help or might not know where to find something. There are some great videos, but there's also a lot of tutorials if you just use the search function to figure out how to do something. So I don't find it any more difficult to use than any other type of automation
Yeah.
or marketing tool.
Well, for those of you listening, stay tuned for more resources to come on these automation tools and social media tools. We'll be posting blogs every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So stay tuned for that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess with every single feature that we have, what would you say is the most important feature that a customer could benefit from? I know that we have so many, but what would you choose in particular?
Definitely online booking. If someone already has a website right now, you need online booking on your website today. That is the most important factor because that means that people can book parties at any point in time, and you're going to make that revenue whether your staff returns a phone call or not, whether a customer decides to pick up the phone. Me as a mom, I
Mhm.
had 4 places. I called one. I didn't call 4 places because I didn't want to be in 4 phone call workflows. So that means if they had one of these places had booking, I probably would have chosen that one because it would have made my life easier. So definitely online booking. But I also do want to say, if you don't have a website, you have to start with a website first, then add online booking.
For
Or
sure.
if your website is not great, it's time to do a refresh. You could give us a call and we can help you out with that too. So I would say your website and online booking are going to be the most important pieces.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you for your answer. Well, wrapping this up, I know we're in a new year now. So, what are your goals for this upcoming year? It could be personal, career wise. What are your goals for 2023?
That's a really good question. I really just want to help enable my team towards success and my customers. Our goal here at PCS, and this is what makes, I think, Party Center software different than most companies, is we really, truly, genuinely invest our emotional energy into our customers. We want to see our customers succeed. We want them to be successful, and we will do what it takes to help them.
For sure.
Even if it's not something that our software can do, if it's a recommendation for something else, if it's a resource or some training on something that, maybe it's not a service that we offer, but we have knowledge on from doing it internally, whatever we can do to help our customers is our goal. And so that's really my goal for this year, is to help enable success with my team and with our awesome customers.
Wow. Very selfless goal. I do appreciate that answer. Well, thank you so much for being on this week's episode. I hope the tips shared today were helpful. If you have any feedback or have any topics you'd like to discuss, be sure to email us at marketing@partycentersoftware.com. This podcast is a weekly podcast, so make sure to tune in every Thursday. Party Center Speaks is powered by Party Center Software. We are a facility management tool that helps family entertainment centers and event venues book more parties and manage their facilities. We also offer marketing services such as custom website design and marketing automations to help you expand your reach and grow traffic. If you'd like to know more about us, please head over to partycentersoftware.com and be sure to give us a follow at Party Center Software on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and at Party Center Soft on Twitter. Until next time, and thanks for listening.